welcome to tonight's Celebrity Big Brother chat.
Why, it's episode 4 already.
And last time, there was a blind side, so now we get to enjoy the fallout.
Would you say it was a blindsided, whoa, you're going home,
Woo!
Chuck?
I would.
All right.
That's exactly what I would say.
All right.
Yeah, so last time Chuck was evicted by a vote of 7-1.
And Mehta was so torn up that he decided he was going to hump the diary chair.
What?
That was horrifying.
I guess he really does miss his wife.
Wifey.
Can we have some, like, conjugal visits for him or something? Like, this is weird. I felt uncomfortable seeing that. But anyway.
Well, Keesha and Omarosa was shooketh.
Yeah. They were the only ones not in on the blind side. And Mehta, but, like...
Alright, so Omarosa's pissed.
Meta's too busy with the diary room couch.
Mehta does not know what the hell's going on.
We'll get there.
But it's game on. Omarosa's like, well, it looks like now I'm going to have to stop playing Big Brother.
She's going to go for that HOH and she's going to go for it hard.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. So anyway, before the live show, there was some wheeling and dealing. Like, I'm talking morning of.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new Final Four deal. How long will it last?
Well, that would be Shannon, James, Ross, and Marissa. And apparently it didn't last very long at all. Because there was a newer Final Four deal.
Yeah. They didn't actually show it in this episode, but Ross is like, my real Final Four is Marissa, Brandy, and Ariana. They kind of alluded to it with showing Brandy when he was talking about, like, ooh, I might work with somebody else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. Okay. So, anyway.
After the eviction, Omarosa and Shannon wanted to have, like, a house meeting.
Yeah, she wanted everybody to be like, this is why we did what we did. Don't hate us. You know, she doesn't want them to come after her if they win HOH, if Omarosa wins HOH.
Well, Omarosa wasn't having it. She's like, I need to talk to you privately.
I want to talk to you one-on-one.
And you know why.
Ah! Can I, like, go clean up my pee pants first? Yeah, so they go and talk. And
that was a lot.
Okay, the actual talk got a lot uglier than what they showed here on the show because Omarosa was basically like, you got nervous because you saw the two black girls getting closer when the rest of you were the ones that were scheming, and it got really ugly and she was all, girl, bye. And she told Shannon to, like, leave the room.
Didn't she tell her to go back to her white girl alliance?
No, she said that to Brandy. Yeah, they didn't show that either. I guess that's not in Omarosa's contract.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it was quite awkward. But Shannon was basically like, we felt like we couldn't work with you anymore because we thought you had a side deal going with Chuck.
Well, Omarosa was pissed because she was like, yeah, I told you Keesha was the problem, not me. Why didn't you tell me about the vote? Yeah,
she also kept trying to guilt Shannon and be like, you're coming off as, like, the bitchy, mean girl.
Right.
And I don't think she is,
when you see the show, you're going to see that I was the one who had your back.
I mean, honestly, she was not planning on turning on Shannon at this point. So, like, she is right about that. But I do not like the way that she handled the situation.
Yeah.
It was pretty creepy. Okay, so anyway...
So Shannon, she's going to put out some fires. She's going to take some proactive measures, and she's going to have a meeting of her group.
Yeah, she's talking to the rest of the people who flipped. Mm-hmm. The remainders of the Dynasty Alliance.
The rest of the girls plus Ross.
So she's like, guys, I need to tell you this before Omarosa does.
Yeah.
On day 1, she came to me. We made a deal. We were going to work together. Basically a final 2, but that's over. Mm-hmm. And Ross was just like,
yeah.
Because he had previously asked, do you have any final 2 deals with anybody? And she said no.
You know what? He really wasn't surprised, though.
I know. I mean, really.
I was working with Omarosa.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
All right. Well, anyway, this is a magical moment.
A meeting in the exercise room.
Yeah, in the gym.
Omarosa, Keesha, and Mehta. He didn't know what a back door was.
Which is fine, because, like, he's never seen the show before or whatever. But the real killer was that he thought he voted to evict James and to keep Chuck. He was like, yeah, I was like, I vote Chuck. That's not how it works. Oh my
He's one of those guys that doesn't read the directions and just F's it up every single time. And then is like, oh, I wish I knew that.
And then just like
you could have known that.
The diary room couch.
I hope they're gonna clean that.
I know. Okay, but anyway, yeah, they're like, hello, you voted out Chuck. Omarosa was the one vote for him to stay. And he's just like, oh, for real though? Like, yeah.
I hope they put that owl in the witness protection program too after this is all done, because I'm sure being wifey, I mean...
Did the owl tell you what to do?
We're gonna have to take that owl and say, show us on the owl where it happened.
Okay.
Where did he touch you?
Stop! Alright, it's time for the HOH competition.
It's Ballerina!
Woo! Spin around 12 times!
But it's celebrity Ballerina. I'm surprised they didn't make it like, oh, just spin around like twice.
Yeah, right.
Not so bad.
No, 12 times.
The tutus.
They got the gate down for 12 seconds so they could roll the bowling balls at the pins.
Yeah.
But it's tough because you're throwing the ball up a ramp.
Yeah.
And you're dizzy.
So guys, you know how this works. It's a head-to-head. So Shannon is like telling everybody, you know what?
I know how this works.
Yeah, we need to just keep picking Omarosa until she gets knocked out, because she's the only one who's really a big threat.
She's standing right there.
I can hear you, Shannon.
So Omarosa keeps going right next to Shannon while she's telling everybody what to do, and she's just like, can you just say it out loud? Can you say it out loud so I can hear you and know for sure and confirm that you are coming after me? It was like super awkward.
You know, I don't think it was really that much of a shocker though.
It wasn't. I honestly just think she was trying to shake up Shannon before the competition and shake everybody up, make them feel like, ugh.
There was nothing scarier than that one-on-one meeting. I know what you did.
Yeah, anyway, let's talk about the competition. Omarosa was actually the first one up, and she chose to go against Marissa because she thought she was that low-hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm, but she was not.
Excuse me? Marissa is a Broadway performer.
A Broadway sensation.
She can do a turn or 12.
Yeah. And Omarosa really sucked at this. She sucked big time. I don't know whether she was just trying to save face or whether she really has an asthma problem.
She clearly has asthma because she had an inhaler.
Was that an inhaler that she grabbed?
Yeah, she had an inhaler. She's shaking it up. Like,
why didn't she use it?
She did. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't see her.
She said she needed a whatever.
Nebulizer?
Yeah. Honestly, I do not have asthma. I do not know what asthma feels like.
I didn't see
You
her.
have asthma.
Yeah,
so...
I had asthma.
Okay.
Did
that look like an asthma attack to you?
No.
Every time I've seen somebody have an asthma attack, they literally like...
Yeah, they can't
breathe, and they would not be able to talk the way that she was talking.
Right. It's like an elephant sitting on your chest.
Right.
If she had had asthma, she wouldn't have casually walked over to the diary room.
It was strange to me. Like, I'm not trying to say that she didn't, because maybe she did. I'm just saying, from what I've seen of asthma, again, I do not have it.
I mean, I could be completely wrong, but to me, it did not look like it was an emergency. I'm sure there's different kinds of asthma.
Yeah, but she just walked back into the house, went to the diary room. She was all, medic.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, Lucy.
So she said she couldn't breathe. She disappears. The game goes on. Ross versus Mehta.
Yeah.
Ross beat him.
Yeah, at first
he
was like,
really chucking those balls,
are they gonna like freaking raise that up for Mehta? Because he would have had to have been like, ugh, but they did. And yeah, Mehta was like,
he was throwing those like they were nothing.
He was throwing the ball so hard, they were like deflecting. I thought I saw on the feeds, they were talking about one like hit a camera person or something. It was like bouncing off of the house. Like, I'm surprised there was not a ball-shaped hole in one of the walls.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
So then Mark versus Brandy. Mark won. I mean, he actually was pretty good at this.
I'm a little surprised because Brandy should be used to that like drunk sensation.
Ariadna versus James. She didn't have a chance because James
was a machine.
He got all of his pins down like on the first go round.
Yeah.
Every time he was up. Like, except for the last
We saw that James was going to be a comp beast. He's just further proving
he's young.
that.
He's
just like, we should have gotten rid of him, like I said.
Okay. Mark versus Shannon. I'm surprised that Mark won because I thought Shannon was pretty good. But
also, Mark had already gone, so I thought maybe he was going to be a little bit like...
learning curve there.
No, I thought he was going to be a little bit tired.
Oh. No, I thought he would have known exactly what to do, and he did.
Well, it did work out for him. Yeah, he beat Shannon.
So then Marissa was back up, and James just totally annihilated her. It didn't matter if she was on Broadway or not.
I think James was kind of like, why are you choosing me, though? Because they're supposed to be in this Final Four now.
That was weird.
Yeah.
And then Ross versus Mark, and Ross miraculously beat Mark. But then... It was Ross versus James for the final matchup.
And Shannon pulls James aside and she's like, look, you just go ahead and you throw this to Ross because if you do, it'll show that they can trust you.
Right. Show the girls.
Yeah. Well, it'll be great for our, you know, Final Four alliance. Right. So just do it. And James is like, okay.
This was so hard for him to throw.
This was unbelievable because James won his other rounds so easily.
Instantly.
And he was just like...
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got to know that he threw it, right? That wasn't even believable.
And I mean, it was super obvious when Shannon pulled him aside and was like...
And freaking Ross was just like, I won!
Yeah.
I won!
But it paid off. Ross ended up winning the HOH.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, did he win though?
Well, James threw the HOH to Ross. All right, so then they go back in the house and they're just like, where's Omarosa? Because they don't even know if she's in the house.
No, they didn't have any news. She just got sucked into the diary room.
Yeah, so they're looking around, playing hide and seek, and they can't find her.
Ross knows that he has to put up Keesha and Omarosa, but how can he put up somebody who's not even in the house? Nobody knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, even, no news and no Omarosa.
Yeah.
Omarosa.
So finally... No, not yet.
No.
So Ross and Marissa are like, what do we do? Like, we should have a plan B.
Yeah,
just in case she's not
coming back.
By the way, this editing was very misleading because Ross actually had this conversation with Ari and Brandy first, and then a few hours later with Marissa.
Right.
They showed it out of sequence. But anyway, they're like, whoa, maybe we should, like, backdoor Shannon or something because...
Don't tell Shannon.
You think? She's a huge threat. So, honestly, like, if they could pull that off, that would be a huge move.
Yeah.
Respect.
But a message shows up, and Ross reads it, and it tells that Omarosa had an asthma attack.
Mm-hmm.
She was recuperating in the hospital, but she will be
returning.
Back after she checks in with Pastor.
Her husband.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, yay, we're happy that she's healthy and whatever. Which, yeah, good.
Yeah, sure.
But do you think...
Nobody wants her to be hurt.
Hell no. Do you think part of Ross was like, oh, because I think he was getting kind of excited that he could potentially backdoor Shannon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And with Omarosa coming back, he could still do it, but it's not as...
Dramatic?
No, like it would be super
Convenient.
dramatic. It's not as convenient. Yeah, it's not as convenient. Because then he would still have Omarosa in the house too. And she would still be with Keesha.
Right.
So I think he might have been a tiny bit bummed out. I don't know.
Well, he's up in the HOH room. And on the spy screen, he sees Shannon and James playing a game of pool. Which I thought was kind of like, you know, oh, what are they talking about? She's got to go. They were playing pool. I don't even think they were talking game.
Probably not. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I really think that Ross wants to pull off this game move. But he's like, oh, I don't know if I can do it.
Well, Big Brother snuck Omarosa back into the house. They escorted her directly to bed.
Yeah, nobody even realized that she was back until she was already asleep again. But she was in the DR like, I'm back. Like, it might have been a legit cough, but...
They were able to get it under control, and...
I was just getting a little bit of a Zoolander vibe, a little bit of the black lung. Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody's basically watching her sleep.
Well, they keep popping in to see, like...
if she's awake.
Yeah, and she's just like...
And as they leave, she wakes up and is like, oh, nobody there.
All right, well, they did talk to her a little bit before nominations, but... It's time for nominations.
She's like, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
I need to go shower.
Yeah. So now it's time for nominations. And Ross comes through with what he needs to do.
He stuck to his original plan. He's like, I'm going to put up Omarosa and Keesha. And he starts doing his speech. He's like, it's not personal.
It's Big Brother.
You know, this is what everybody wanted me to do.
And Omarosa is like, I'm going to let you finish. Maybe
Except
not.
I'm not.
But
She's like, save it. Okay, we
Yeah.
get it. Which was kind of rude because
that was extremely rude and dismissive.
you
and
should let the HOH say their piece.
I like the way Ross shut her down, though. He was just like, okay,
Do you want to
so-
leave and let me say
Yeah.
it for everyone else? And she's like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I think he handled her pretty well.
I think so.
So good for you, Ross.
Mm-hmm.
That you didn't get intimidated by O. All right. So tomorrow night is the live veto, supposedly, and live eviction.
Yeah, we're still not totally sure if it's a live competition and ceremony or just the ceremony's live.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be interesting either way because there is a lot riding on this veto.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot. So let us know what you guys think in the comments. And until tomorrow,
Much love.